Oh, I'll come back. I've forgotten what we have to do. Wait. It's missing a few pages. Okay. Okay, there we go. So there might be unexpected cutoffs and all that. I've been having issues with recording and stuff where the game will just crash randomly and essentially lose where I'm at. Or the recording software will crash, or the encoder will actually fail. But I don't know. Okay. Place a single piece of black fruit in the ritual drawer.
The Meister is examining her...
Do you know what it means to have the power of the divine, Godwoken? You would trade every soul in Rivellon for the sake of knowledge. You would make a ferocious life. No, becoming the divine means taking on the power of all the gods and the responsibility. The divine was created by the gods to shelter us from the void. The divine cannot use his power for anything else. Very well, then. Let's see if we can't snatch... The ritual itself is quite simple. Drop some blackroot in the bowl, mix in a little blood, set the concoction aflame, and then... well, not inhale the smoke, but whatever the skeletal equivalent is. Ignore any feelings of dizziness, itchy bones, or a dire sense of existential dread. Everything you need is here. Ingredients in the cupboard. Source in the glowing fountain. Ritual in the tome by the bookcase. Even an incinerator to provide a flame.
The Meister looks back at her wounds, curiously prodding them.
Quite. Mind you, being torn asunder by a Voidwoken would be even more inconvenient.
The Meister points sharply to the ingredients cupboard.
And do not lose anything. These ingredients are rare indeed. I'm not hiking back out to the Cloisterwood to fetch you more blackroot.
Opening the door, you see a select... After a quick rummage, you spot the blackroot. You gather up the blackroot, obsidian...
Okay.
Are you simple?
Okay, so... Oh. We want... So... And... that. Right? Hold on. I just gotta... We picked up the book, right? No, it's that. I just want to make sure we're doing this right. Place a single piece of parchment in a ritual, drill blood frames. Okay, so we'll do this in order. Move that to the middle. Combine with that. Okay.
As the smoke swirls about your skull, your vision starts to swim and cloud. There is an intense pounding in your head, and you can feel the world fading.
Deeper.
As the world fades away, you lose all sense of being grounded. You reach out, but you could feel yourself falling slowly, sinking into the depths of your own soul.
Okay.
Deepest recess of my soul. But it looks like the Hall of Echoes.
Fane encounters Fane.
Bathed in the half-light of this eerie, starless landscape, you spot a figure you could only describe as you. Another you. It looks haggard and weak, its voice merely a feeble echo of your own.
Thane! My child. Come. Come closer. Let us be revealed. Come. Let us be done with this farce.
The apparition clasps your face in shaking skeletal hands, and you feel a tingle run through your bones. Everything becomes brighter, sharper. Blacks and whites become glorious bursts of color before fading back to their accustomed spectrum.
Time to open the eyes you lost so long ago. To see the world as you once did. Speak the spell and see.
You've learned spirit vision.
Gone is the strange mirror image of yourself. Before you stands the goddess Amadia in all her spectral glory.
You know me now, don't you, Fane? Your sister, your guardian. You were my hero once. You must be so again. Your kindred soul was my last refuge, my last bastion. From here I can aid you, but only if you grant me one small kindness.
Amadia stretches out and nourishes herself from the source that abounds in your presence. You feel it deep down inside yourself as it drains away.
Ah, yes. That is better. That is so much better. Truly, dying does not become a god. The forces of the king are hunting us down, leeching us in ways we never thought possible. Droplet by droplet, we are being drained.
Okay.
We are battling for our very survival, and I doubt you would have us lose, Fane. Should we perish, we will be cast into oblivion, and I dare not dream what he will do to you. Indeed, he may come to fear you, if you do as I say.
Okay.
You must realize, dear one, that our fates are now as one, just as our souls are now as one. We are I. United, we are a force to be reckoned with. But if we are to survive the onslaught of the king and his void minions, you must remember what you have forgotten. We must become vastly more powerful. And once you are strong enough, we must travel to the Well of Ascension. There, you will become even more powerful. Eager child, before we discuss the where, we must first muse the what. The Well of Ascension is a
Okay.
lake, a pool of pure source in which the powers of the Seven lie united. We gave those powers up freely to create the first divine, a mortal we infused with our united strength. To bathe in the lake is to become the divine. But you, Fane, you could be so much more, and that is why you must be the first to reach it, no matter what the cost. I know, sweet child. Do you think I chose you for that fine bone structure alone? It is important you realize how high the stakes are. The Void has never been this strong. A new divine won't be enough. You need to go to the Well of Ascension, not to bathe in its powers, but to take them. All of them. Even all those powers will barely be enough to defeat the king. Alas, I fear it is too late for me, and the others have shown they cannot be trusted. You are innocent, Fane. That is why you must wield the power. It was you that uncovered it after all. Of course, the others are saying the same to their mortal God-woken as we speak. But there can be only one. So make no mistake, dear Fane. The road to divinity may well mean the blood of those 6 traitors staining your ivory hand. But do not let that dismay you. You will save these mortals. You will save this world. You will save me, the last of your true kin. And you will become a god. Dearest heart, you cannot tell me you look about this world and see an eternal realm. It is the others have picked up the taint of their mortal pets and contaminated this world accordingly. You and I are the last Eternals, Fane. That is why it will be us. That is why it must be us. They will be at your mercy, which is vastly preferable to you being at theirs, wouldn't you? So fret not, but revel in the promise of the lake. I will lead you there when you are ready. When you have remastered the source and once again speak the language of our journey will be fraught with peril. It is a pilgrimage of challenges that will require you to command source as you once did and wield its most powerful spells.
Laughter rolls and echoes.
Oh, dear child, you are quite formidable. But you have forgotten much of what you once knew. We are I now. I shall teach you the spells you need to remember soon, but not before you relearn how to channel the source in greater volumes. That is why you need to seek these masters. They may be nothing but mortals, but like all mortals, they have their uses. Return to Rivellon. Once you have, return to me here. You had forgotten how to view the world, my child. This will make you understand that for us, there is precious little difference between the living. Source is. It is a constant, a subject of neither time nor transience. All of life is Source, and in Source it is, immortally so. Your vision has been restored, giving you the power to see spirits, the souls of dead mortals made manifest in Source. Speak the spell during your peregrinations, and you will see them. Where the dead lie, the dead linger. Alas, I am no longer who I once was, bound to you as I've become. I will teach you what I can, but the links that will expand the bounds of your soul, those are connections I cannot make for you. Good luck, dear Fane. Make me proud.
Huh.
The Meister stares intently at you. Her eyes are tired and bruised, but determined.
Still alive? Gods above, there might be something to...
She leans in, her bloody tongue flickering hungrily about your face.
Tell me, what did you see? What you know?
She sighs impatiently as you hold your head in your hands.
You can't channel enough sauce? Gods be damned, why couldn't you have a nice simple problem? Finding an orc to dance the hornpipe, perhaps? Indeed not. And ever more difficult when you've been purged. I was a master of sauce once, but no longer. The Magisters saw to that. The river of my sauce has been dammed. My link to the font from which it flows, severed. So we must seek alternatives. Alas, the only sauce masters not yet hauled off to Fort Joy or turned into meat puppets are those too dangerous or cunning for the Magisters to contain. Sorcerers that allowed their power to corrupt them. Many are wicked, cruel, vile, and generally not good teacher material, but we may have no others to turn to. Just so, some of these are quite dark, twisted individuals. The kind of creatures that grew bored pulling their legs from spiders and so moved on to people. However, it is the path we walk, no matter what the cost. No matter what is asked of you.
The Meister doubles over in a violent coughing fit, struggling for breath. After a few moments, she regains her composure, wiping a thin smear of blood from the corner of her mouth.
No matter what is asked of you, you must learn from them. The Magisters have kept ledgers with all known sorcerers, especially the powerful ones not yet captured. They would be an invaluable resource, but do be careful not to get caught. I was their guest for a time. And I promise you the gallows was the most comfortable part of the experience. And if their barracks turns out to be as empty as their skulls, just keep your eye sockets peeled. There may still be powerful sorcerers hiding in these lands.
As she speaks, one of her wounds reopens, a dark red stain spreading across her tunic. She hisses in.
I wish there was more I could do, but in this condition, I would be more a hindrance than a boon. Godspeed, and remember, do whatever it takes.
The spirit of an elegant elven woman materializes before you.
You can see me. A Godwoken in my presence. I am the Meister's apprentice. I study under her, but I do not learn. I hear tales of the ritual, of what lies beyond. Such Meister tells me it cannot happen, that I am not Godwoken. But in my heart, I know I'm special. I try. No air fills my lungs, only fire. When the darkness falls, I cannot cry out. I leave my life behind with a shameful...
The spirit looks at you.
It is hard to hear of such power, and not covet it for yourself. I lie to myself and convince myself that I am special. But I am not special.
The squirrel seems to be flicking through various scraps of paper, humming and hawing as he goes. After some time, he throws the...
Okay. Well, we'll hit save. And this will be the end of this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, let me know in the comments below. Though I said it's quite small, then we should try to keep it today. And I'll see you guys next time. Till then, bye bye.